Hey everybody, it's Kdin and Lindsay from Achievement Hunter, and it's June, so without delay, let's get to this month's episode of Coming Soon. As always, it's the multi-platform games up first. The brand new horror action adventure Murdered Soul Suspect releases on June 3rd for the 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PC. Main character Detective O'Connor was recently brutally murdered, but that's just the beginning. O'Connor returns as a ghost and must now find this ruthless killer using his newfound supernatural powers, with the assistance of a young girl named Joy who has the ability to see and speak to apparitions. With 5 new characters, 6 new stages, and tons of community-inspired tweaks and fixes, Ultra Street Fighter 4 drops on June 3rd for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Enemy Front, releasing on June 10th for the 360, PlayStation 3, and PC, is the first World War II game to focus on battles outside of the typical areas of conflict. Enemy Front will have a large amount of its campaign dedicated to showing the battles of the Warsaw Uprising. Releasing a few days before the film it's based on, June 10th gives us How to Train Your Dragon 2 for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, Wii, and 3DS. This sequel features more of the flight aspects of the dragons, allowing players to join flight school and participate in challenges and tournaments. It's been over 2 years since the last UFC game, and on June 17th, EA finally gives us EA Sports UFC for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. With this series now in EA's hands, a plethora of new changes and features have been added, including an AI that learns how the player fights as the match goes longer. On June 24th, Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark transforms and rolls out for the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Wii U, 3DS, and PC. This game acts not only as a sequel to the Fall of Cybertron game, but also as a companion to the new Age of Extinction film. Alongside a 2-faction single-player campaign is a Horde mode-styled multiplayer mode titled Escalation. This mode will feature over 40 different characters, and experience gained in multiplayer will transfer to single-player as well, and vice versa. Much like Child of Light, which was released back in April, Valiant Hearts: The Great War, releasing on June 25th for the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PC, utilizes the UbiArt framework engine. This engine allows them to combine a unique art style and gameplay into one immersive experience. The Great War features platforming puzzle gameplay similar to the original Oddworld series, but its setting is along the lines of the World Wars. June 27th marks the return of the Grid series with Grid Autosport for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. The third installment of the series is set to include 100 routes in over 22 locations and the return of the in-car camera. Wrapping up the multi-platform releases is Sniper Elite 3, releasing on June 27th for the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PC. Sniper Elite 3 offers up non-linear gameplay, a heavy influence of stealth action, improved kill cams, loads of new weapons as well as customization for guns and your character, and 5 competitive multiplayer modes.
That finishes up the multi-platform releases, so now it's time for the exclusives. Nintendo only has 2 exclusives for June. Released back in 2013 for Japan, Tomodachi Life finally gets its US release on June 6th for the 3DS. Pushmo World gets its Western release on June 19th for the Wii U. As of now, Microsoft has not officially announced exclusives for June, so it's on to see what exclusives Sony has for us this month. On June 3rd, the Japanese RPG series Hyperdimension Neptunia changes genre to an idle simulator, with Hyperdimension Neptunia PP producing perfection for the Vita. The anime-esque action RPG Battle Princess of Arcadias is very reminiscent of games such as Dragon's Crown, releasing on June 17th for the PS3. Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma jumps from PS3 to Vita on June 24th. Keeping on with the Blaze Blue series, on June 24th, X-Blaze Code Embryo, a visual novel prequel to the entire Blaze Blue series, releases for the PS3 and Vita. The enhanced version of Altair Rorona, titled Altair Rorona Plus, The Alchemist of Arland, drops on June 24th for both PS3 and Vita.
Sony is done, and now it's PC's time to shine with its exclusives for June. Described as Mirror's Edge meets Mass Effect, on June 2nd, Infinity Runner is released for the PC. The much-talked-about MMO WildStar finally gets its full release on June 3rd for PC players. Releasing for the PC and Mac, on June 6th, the platforming puzzle game Lifeless Planet drops you on a planet of unfriendly lifeforms, and you must use your wits to find safety and freedom. The tactical top-down shooter The Red Solstice releases on June 20th for the PC. The steampunk fantasy MMORPG Black Gold Online drops for the PC on June 20th. Finally making its way to PC on June 24th is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. A standalone addition to the Company of Heroes 2 series, the Western Front Armies releases on June 24th for the PC. Finishing up for June is the currently announced DLC for this month. Getting its early release for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One on June 3rd is the next installment of the Call of Duty Ghost DLC, titled Invasion. Other consoles will receive this DLC in July. The Xbox One exclusive RYSE Son of Rome receives its DLC titled Morituri, arriving sometime in June. Released last month for the Xbox One and PC, sometime in June the Titanfall Expedition DLC will be released for the Xbox 360. And again, sometime in June, the Intercept DLC for Killzone Shadowfall will be released for the PlayStation 4. That wraps up June's currently announced major gaming releases. I'll see you here next month for more.